Hello Pisces, my name is Tiffany from Tiffany's Tarology and it's so good to be here with all of you. Just wanted to say again, Pisces, thank you so much for getting me to 10K. I'm so excited for where this channel is going. I received an outpouring of love in the last video. If you haven't caught that video, please check it out if it's relevant for you about someone wanting to work with you. But today we're going to be diving into the Magical Spirit Oracle and using our Flower Child Oracle. So there's something about magic within you, Pisces. You're conjuring up something, creating something. I was called to put on my crystal necklace that has moldavite on it. So moldavite could be important to you. It also has amethyst and it has rose quartz. So those could be significant, or stones that you might want to look into working with for their own individual properties. I also feel the energy that you could be into smoke cleansing. You could also be a person who is 420 friendly, and there's an energy around possibly using plants and plant derivatives for healing, even if it's just of your mental health. But we're going to tap in, Pisces, and see what is going on here for you today. Move this tarot deck out the way and we'll get started. Happy you're here. The Forbidden Forest, bravery, persistence, and redemption. You have yin and yang, unity, balanced energy, and manifestation. You have the mirror, self-reflection, writer, big picture. You have the past, releasing, rebirth, spring. You have acceptance, letting go, water, non-resistance. And you have harmony, ease, inner child, and softness. With the Voyager, return home, lessons and realizations on the bottom of your deck. I feel heavy energy of healing a past life in this reading. The reason for that is here. This is the biggest reason. In the image, it says it's okay to forget and then remember all over again, all over again, all over again. Almost like your third eye is kind of casting this spell on you right now, Pisces, trying to have you remember past lives and the way that you worked through those past lives. This is returning home, lessons, realizations. I think many of you are coming to realize in your current life that there are past wounds that needed to be healed. The witch wound is a common one. People who stole from you and theft, narcissists and all of that have been coming up heavy for Pisces. And I think this is the lifetime where you are rebalancing the scales of karma with those types of relationships. And so where you were persecuted, where you were enslaved, where you were treated wrongly, where you were maybe even unalived in a past life, there is an energy now where you are going back in time, maybe even through your dreams, and you are healing that in this current life. That's definitely what I feel. So there's like this redemptive energy about you. And in this first image here, she's walking into this portal. She's following her highest path. People don't understand where she's going. And again, I'm just saying she because it's in the card. You can be a masculine. And it says, you are so brave to keep on going the way you do. Bravery, persistence, and redemption. You are redeeming yourself from a past life, a contract where you did not follow your North Star, where you did not follow the path that led you home, where you stayed stuck, where you stayed small, where you were persecuted. Some of you were unable to do what you needed to do because of the color of your skin, because of the religion that you were, because of the gender. Oh my gosh, I don't know why that wasn't coming out, but because the gender that you were in that lifetime, there was this thing that kept you small, kept you bound. And now in this lifetime, you are getting to venture into the forbidden forest, and people don't understand why you feel this call or this draw to go in this new way. But what you're telling them is, I honestly just feel like I'm in divine flow. That's what this card says. You're moving in alignment. You feel called. You feel balanced. This is what is making you feel the best. You are integrating the masculine and the feminine aspects of you. You are trusting yourself more than ever. You are getting into a place where As the sun moves, as the moon moves, you are taking stock of what is happening around you. You could be heavily into astrology, or at least into your chart. You kind of know what's going on in the world around you. And this is allowing you to manifest with the moons. This is allowing you to release things you don't need, understand how the eclipses are distorting certain situations in your life that you have to let go of, how certain moons are bringing in new things for you as well, and how each trip around the sun is causing changes in your life. And I'm feeling like Saturn return. I'm feeling Pluto's movement through your life and all the changes, Uranus transits, the big transits where your Chiron is really having an effect on you becoming the person you were always meant to be. So that when you look at yourself in this mirror, Pisces, it's a self-reflection, writer, and big picture. And on her book, it says, "Did you forget all you had to get through to be you?" This is the lifetime where you're going to look in that mirror, and there's a lot of butterflies coming out of the book, a lot of transformation, metamorphosis, death and rebirth is happening because you're about to finally face yourself and be in your truest form. When you look in that mirror, people are going to see the old version of you, but you don't see that person anymore. Like physically, you might look the same, but inside, Pisces, you're a whole new person. You've self-reflected. She is also letting go of anything that doesn't serve her. A lot of emotional baggage, emotional weight is being released. And there's also an energy that I feel with this book that you're going back in time and feeling this inspired action, and you're taking it based on a past life where you could not face this reality of magic and wonder that you are. The mirror has shifted to show a more beautiful energy of you, a more beautiful version of you. When I also look at these two cards, it's almost like the mirror is the portal. Are you becoming something brand new on the inside and the outside? Is your reflection going to look different? Some of you are going to be writing a book or sharing stories with the world about how you got through to the other side. And I also see that you are walking into more of a role model, more of a person who people see and respect, a place of power. And it's all because you've gone through cycles and phases here. It says, "And so I listened, as my soul told me, to let the past go so that I may awaken to how much I have grown." You're not the same person anymore. I feel this energy of someone looking at you and saying, "I don't even recognize the person you're becoming." And you're like, "Because I'm not them anymore." I feel a very self-assured energy coming through me in this reading. I'm letting the spirit guides take the reading where they want it to go. This is your rebirth. The past does not own you. And this Palo Santo, actually, the past is getting burnt up, but it says, "Not defined by my past." Wow, so many synchronicities, Spirit. I'm loving this. So you are releasing the past. But you haven't forgotten. Deep down inside, I'm hearing Ocean Eyes from Billie Eilish. She could be significant to you. Blue eyes could be significant to you. You may be attracted or have them. You also may have been hurt by someone with blue eyes, or someone whose eyes pierced your soul. I'm hearing and seeing that. But it is okay to forget. We go through like this amnesia when we come back into this physical body, and we forget who we were from a past life. But the inner version of us still holds on to those memories, those core wounds. And Spirit is trying to remind you that you are remembering your power. You're remembering who you were, and this is the lifetime where you rectify those issues. You are releasing, rebirthing, springing forward. The springtime is going to be very significant for you, Pisces. We have the last set of eclipses happening in our sign for a while. It's going to be another 9 years until they're back in Pisces and Virgo, but it will be South Node in Pisces. It says you can let go now, surrender to what is. And I think this is the energy where you have to just let go of the projections and the thoughts and the feelings of everyone else around you, because you have to just do what's right for you. People are not going to understand it. Again, that first card said, you are so brave to keep on going the way you do. People are like, where are you going? And you're like, I'm surrendering to the self. I accept who I am. Letting go, water, non-resistant. This is all you, Pisces. You are full of water. You're mutable water. You're very changeable, very flexible. You move with the tides. And Spirit is saying, we got you. There's little bees that are picking up her hair. So you could also have a community around you that's uplifting you. People around you that you work with, collaborate with, talk to, who are keeping you busy and keeping you uplifted. You may also be having downloads that are given to you. I'm hearing like the buzzing of a bee in your ear. And so people may be trying to say things to you that are bringing you down, but your spirit team is saying, don't listen, don't listen, don't listen. Cloud that out, cloud that out. You're becoming the best version of yourself, whether they like it or not, whether you're recognizable to them or not. You've let go of a past version of you. You're not that person anymore. That person was really hurt. That person was really stuck. That person wasn't in divine flow. And now you are starting to feel harmony. And there's that bee again. So bees could be significant. Sunflowers could be significant. Sunflowers happen to be my favorite flower. It says, may sweet and soft things find you. So you're walking into that soft life. It says ease, inner child, and softness. This is the lifetime where you don't fight so hard to fit in, where you just accept that you are who you are, and other people either take it or leave it. But there is a group, a community. There is beauty that wants to be just like you. There are people who want to be in certain and similar situations just like you. You have been trying to like hang out with flies and wasps and even butterflies, and that's not who you are. You're this bee energy. That's what I'm seeing right now. And so you are finding your own colony. You're finding your own tribe. And you're healing that feeling of being alone, because what I see with the bee is they also have very strong family units. You might be the queen or the king bee in your life, and there's like this collective or group around you, but I see a lot of uplift. In a past life, you were very lonely. You may have written all of your thoughts and fears in a journal and couldn't share it with the world. I'm seeing the burn book. What movie is that from? Mean Girls. Mean Girls could be significant. You could have had a tough time in high school. You could have been bullied in any grade, honestly, but especially in high school. You could have just not been accepted for who you are. So you had to put everything in a burn book. You had to journal everything to release who you actually were. I actually journaled a lot as a kid. I wonder if that's why. I don't know. I guess I'd have to go back and read it. A lot of pent up feelings in that journal, Pisces. You're definitely a writer, though. Some of you are definitely writers, whether you consider yourself to be like an author or not. But yeah, you're healing this Five of Pentacles in this lifetime. You're not going to be sitting in this energy where you feel abandoned. You're healing abandonment wounds. You have actually learned how to mother or father yourself. Current situation. I just feel like your spirit team is like so upset at how you've been treated. And they're just like, no, Pisces, this is when you win. You're about to be taken care of. Two of Cups and Seven of Swords. So what I see here where your current situation is, your spirit team is no longer allowing you to not be able to see the crooks, the thieves, the liars, the narcissists, the haters, the envious ones in your life. You will be able to see them clear as day. Yeah, your angels are here. They're helping you to balance out relationships that have been unfair to you. They're helping you see the truth of people around you. They are uncovering the mist, the fog, the illusion that the relationships that you have been taking from you. And they want you to be in this Two of Cups energy where you are around people who love you. They want you to be in relationships where there is equal give and take, where there's reciprocity here. But for too long, Pisces, you've been sitting in a situation where people have just been mirroring back to you the broken parts of yourself. But now you're about to look at relationships through a divine mirror. Thank you, Spirit, for that message. That was a download about the mirror. You've been mirroring people, the worst aspects of you, the parts of you that need to be healed, especially self-confidence and abandonment wounds. You probably stayed in a situation or with somebody for too long because you didn't want to be abandoned. Or you didn't want to abandon them, so you abandoned yourself in the process. Oh my gosh, so many downloads coming through. Your challenge? Four of Cups. When will you get tired of being in a garden that you don't belong in? Do you see how this, like, daisy or whatever this flower is, sticks out? You were never meant to stay here. And you were ridiculed for your beauty and your growth. For your skills, for your talents, for your difference. Again, past life, you could have experienced some of it again in this life, but the color of your skin, the religion that you were, the gender that you are, maybe even the place in society, like whether you were rich or poor, the things you had and didn't have, the lifestyle you live. It's time that people just accept you for who you are and you're not trying to blend in anymore. So that challenge is to be yourself. You've been very apathetic, living in a vibration that doesn't align with you and around people that suck the energy out of you because they're jealous of you. Strengths at this time. And I feel like, I don't know if it's jealousy, but I think hatred, they say, stems from us not understanding someone else. Something like that. I'll see if I can find a quote on it, but it like stems from our differences. And if we were to just teach each other about our differences, we would be able to coexist. The High Priestess is your strength. You've always seen the third road. You've always seen the things that other people couldn't see. You've been the seer your whole life. You've been the intuitive one, the spiritual one. You've been the emotional one, the heavenly guided one, the one who may have seen ghosts and spirits and things as a child, the one who knew about, I'm seeing like toxic adults as a kid, and people thought you were mean, but really what it was is you wouldn't associate yourself with those energies. The High Priestess as your strength just shows me that you have this wisdom. You've had it for your whole life. You have that witch wound, whether male or female, because in a past life, maybe you were the opposite gender. And you've stayed small because of it. Four of Pentacles. You've learned how to protect yourself. I'm seeing you having to wear different masks to blend in, to fit in, into spaces that you obviously did not fit in. Do you see how different she is? She's like a sunflower and they're daisies. Maybe that's what that is. You're like trying to be you're trying to be a daisy when you're really a sunflower. It's not gonna work, Pisces. It's not gonna work. And you got ridiculed for being the sunflower when that was really beautiful. You just were planted in the wrong garden. Oh my gosh. Ace of Wands, area of focus. Spirit says there's a new beginning for you. It's coming in very quickly. I'm seeing the Eight of Wands here. You're going towards something new. You're being ushered towards a new beginning in your life. You are about to come out with a different soul vibration. You have up-leveled. I'm seeing drastic changes in the way that you express yourself as well. But Spirit says hold on to that new beginning because it is powerful. The wand is in your hand. You're the director of your life now. Nobody else. Near future. This is beautiful. I love this reading. Very empowering, very healing from your past. King of Wands. So Pisces, do you promise me that you will continue to be this energy to the point that you become the King of Wands? To the point where you can sit in your throne, appreciate your own gifts and talents. Where you actually are proud to be who you are. The King of Wands does not choose to assimilate or be like anyone else. They have a very healthy ego. In reverse, very distorted, but this is in the upright. They are sure of themselves. Can have a little bit of pride or ego that's inflated maybe, but there's an energy here where I feel like you finally love you. Or you're learning how to love you. Maybe that's why it's in the near future. Like that is where you're going to. And you're realizing that instead of staying in these strawberry fields, you need to go to the sunflower fields, and you need to be around those flowers, and you need to bloom around them. That is where you're meant to go. It just took you I think some time, and also the guidance of your spirit team by, showing you the falseness and the energy around you. They were holding you back from blessings. Whoa, the sun just went down. Did you see how dark it got? Confirmation. They were holding you back from blessings. They were holding you back from your truth, from spreading your joy, and from finding your community. Recent past. Sorry if it got too dark, Pisces. I think it's okay, but the sun just went behind a cloud. Four of Pentacles. Recent past. So this is again where I say you learn how to protect yourself. You knew how to wear the right masks. You knew how to blend in. You stayed quiet. You stayed put. Maybe this is even you like working in a job you hated because you were just like, well, that's what they told me I have to do. And you never fit in with your colleagues or your coworkers because every time they would ask you a question about your job, you'd meet them with some response that didn't even fit. You weren't like them. You were never meant to be like them. You're meant to stand apart from the crowd with the Six of Wands. But the devil made you feel like that was too much, or that you are too much. And so that gave you a lot of anxiety, and so you stayed small. You stayed put. You followed the status quo. Advice? You have the Empress and the Chariot. Your spirit team says, be free. This is not the life that you were meant to live. You are fertile. You are abundant. The sun is coming back out. Confirmation. There is an energy about the way that you present yourself to the world, and this newfound dignity, this newfound authority. I'm seeing maturity. I'm seeing wisdom. I'm seeing this mothering of yourself with the Empress card. And you then can walk into a place of authority again, Pisces, where you finally feel like yourself, where you are given the love that you deserve, where you're moving forward at a pace that works well for you. And Spirit says where you can actually have the things in life that you desire. You're really a powerhouse, Pisces, by having the Empress to the Chariot. Two major arcana for your advice. Stop letting people make you feel small or less than. You are an Empress. You are very abundant. You are very beautiful. You are very attractive. It does not matter what you look like. You have a lot of haters. You have a lot of people who project on you. You have a lot of people who don't understand. Maybe you have pink hair. I see pink hair here. Like, why do you dye your hair pink? Why do you live the lifestyle that you live? Why are you so dang spiritual? You know, all that. They just don't understand what they don't know, and it turns into hate. Okay, then you have your environment. How is Pisces' environment changing, Spirit? Ooh, it's a lot of cards, but let's see what we got. We have the Eight of Swords, the Five of Pentacles to the Nine of Pentacles. Okay, not that many cards. I thought it was more. Your environment could still look a little bit like this. You're kind of working through this energy. Some of you are beyond it. Some of you are still in it. Kind of take this where it resonates in your life, because these messages are timeless. But what's happening right now is you're freeing yourself from feeling this bondage. You're actually the Empress, but you were made to feel like you were the Five of Pentacles. The story of Cinderella is coming through hardcore. I watched it the other night. I watched the live action version. If you have the option to watch that, I had never seen it before. Spirit told me to watch Cinderella, but as I was going on to Disney Plus, which I know some of you may or may not have after the whole Jimmy Kimmel thing, when I was watching it on Disney Plus, they had both options, and Spirit said watch the live action, and I was like, okay, and I did, and I was like, wow, the story was even more in depth. So this is definitely your Cinderella story. This is definitely where you're moving out of this bondage energy, the Five of Pentacles, the lack, the burden. You could have been around people or in situations, neighborhoods, institutions that kept you small, kept you poor, robbed you of your bounty in this life that you were supposed to have. With the Nine of Pentacles, the second that you choose to heal that aspect of you, you are going to walk into this really beautiful energy, Pisces, where you are abundant, where you are fulfilled, where you are honestly living in this Empress energy, and where you have this beautiful story to share with the world of how you overcame. So your environment is changing from lack into splendor, from lack into plenty, if you want to call it that. And I think that for a long time, when the people from your past lives and this, the karmic lessons hadn't been learned all the way, when they were here, they didn't allow you to grow. And so you stayed in lack consciousness. You stayed in jobs that you hated. You stayed in relationships that weren't serving you. You did things that didn't align with your spiritual beliefs and your core ethics and all of that. I feel like some of you even have come out, sexuality could be significant in change of that. Maybe you're LGBTQA, is it A? I don't know. But yeah, there's this, there's an energy that's changing about you, Pisces. All right. Hopes and fears. Queen of Pentacles, Six of Swords, the Fool, and the Ten of Swords. So what I feel is that you have, endured a lot, to the point where you're like, Spirit, I cannot thrive here any longer. I need you to move me out of this situation, away from these people. I desire freedom. I desire wholeness. And I feel like Spirit is telling you, like, don't worry, my love. We are getting you out of this difficult bind. We're moving you from the Ten of Swords to the Six of Swords. And the Six of Swords is taking you towards that rainbow, towards that prosperity timeline. You may, in the process, have to do some things that are uncomfortable, Pisces, like walking away from people you love, choosing a new career path, doing things you never did before. Choosing to be a mother or not a mother could be significant to some of you out here, or just having children in general, but it's definitely geared a little bit more towards my feminines. But the Fool to the Queen of Pentacles tells me that in order for you to come into that life of fulfillment that you actually truly deserve, get these cards right, you are going to have to move into a space where your wishes are fulfilled from the choices that you make. If you keep sitting on yourself, if you keep sitting beside yourself, if you never take that risk, if you don't go a different direction and you stay in the status quo energy, the recent past shows me that you stay comfortable, but you stay limited. So if you want to be a little bit uncomfortable, you'll become unlimited. Stay comfortable, stay limited. Be a little uncomfortable, be unlimited. Quote me. No, just kidding. Potential outcome. Oh my gosh, I'm having an ego issue right now. Are you guys dealing with ego changes? I don't know. I don't even feel like myself right now. But hey, I always let the spiritual guides guide the message. But I do feel a new sense of self-worth and definitely more inflation of the ego coming through. Potential outcome. Nine of Wands in reverse. I love this so much. This is the upright, but it's in reverse. The Nine of Wands in reverse says, I'm no longer wounded. The Chiron energy. Chiron in your chart, in your astrology chart, is where your wound is. You need to heal that wound, wherever it is in your chart. But it also is going through a significant transformation in your second house of self-worth right now. I think it's getting ready to move out of that house pretty soon. Might be in there for a little while longer. But the wound that you're born with, as you heal that wound, you're going to heal yourself inside and out. And also, I feel like with this Nine of Wands in reverse as your potential outcome, you are no longer playing victim. You're moving out of the wounded mentality. You're like, I'm taking charge of my life. I dropped the card. One sec. I'm taking charge of my life in all the best ways. I refuse to let people look down upon me. I refuse to continue to be this victim. And I'm going to chart a new course. I'm casting judgment on the past. And I'm done with the karmic cycles that kept me small. This is a liberation of the self. A true energy of freedom is here. A new karmic timeline is opening for you, Pisces. One where you are taking control of your life and you're defending yourself against the negativities, the negative people, the negative jobs, the negative situations around you who try to make you feel like you were a burden or cast you aside or make you carry all the weight. You're done with that. You're done with befriending people who don't love you, who don't appreciate you, who don't serve you. Final message. We're going to end out this reading today, Pisces. This was a beautiful, beautiful message of just redemption and finally seeing yourself through a divine mirror. All right. You have the moon, duality, hidden gem, and secret power. So you are finally seeing your magic. It says, what if your strangeness is actually your brilliance? Thank you, Spirit, for the confirmation of this entire reading summed up into one word, because I can be very wordy. My Leo Mercury can be very wordy. What if your strangeness is actually your brilliance? What you were ridiculed for, made fun of, told that you were too much or too weird or too this or that. Like my brother, using him as an example, he used to always say, Tiffany, why do you listen to such sad music? And it wasn't sad. It was just emotional music. And he struggles to face emotions, And so for a long time, I was like, yeah, I kind of like depressing music. I accepted that I like depressed. No, I liked music that evoked feeling. So don't accept what these other people want to put on you. Don't carry the burdens that are not yours, Pisces. Put them back. This is the lifetime where you are also going to help others to transform. That's why you have that high priestess in your strengths. You are going to be telling other people how to heal that aspect of them, okay? Don't let people belittle you. Do not let them harm your good and vilify your differences. It's what makes you you. It's what makes you unique and what makes you beautiful. And I'm so proud of you for walking in your truth. All right, Pisces, I'm going to leave you with that. I'll see you tomorrow. I love you guys very much. Bye.